final race of the Herts weekend, final race of round one of the 2025 BRCA 110th Offroad Nationals. It's four-wheel drive, A final leg 3. It's 1 to Lee, 1 to Tommy. Now, what I haven't looked at is who had the quickest time. So I can't tell you what the chances of who's who or what's going to happen if there's a third person win, such as this man, Neil Cragg. But we'll just take a moment to thank the sponsors. So thank you to Schumacher, Speedworks, Model Tune, Root Bits, FF Racing, SCMCS, and RC Disco, of course.
Ben Smith 3, Lee Martin 4, Luke Colesworth 5, Charlie Saunders 6, Johnny Skidmore 7, Jamie Hall 8, Harley Eldridge 9, Daniel Pole is your full top 10.
Isaac McFadden, we got a prize here for you when you finish spectating. Isaac.
Leg 1 winner was Lee Martin. Leg 2 winner was Tommy Hall. Leg 3 winner is, we will find out in about 6 minutes' time. Okay, Marshall's changed and ready. A few comments online, thank you all. We've got to get moving with the show. We are running on to leg number 3. Good luck, drivers. A final four-wheel drive leg 3. Here we go. So short pause and off and away we go. Tommy Hall leads them off from pole position. Neil Cragg there in the 2, Ben Smith 3, Lee Martin 4. These guys will just get themselves settled in. They know they're not going to win it on the opening lap. But they can certainly lose it if they make a mistake. And this track, very tough out there. Easy to make a mistake at the pace that these guys are throwing the cars round it at. Down the straight they come. Tommy Hall, Neil Cragg, Ben Smith, Lee Martin. Luke Colesworth not too far back there as well. Top 5 just breaking away. You can see Neil Cragg going with Tommy Hall at the sharp end of this one. Ben Smith and Lee Martin trying to go with them as well. Pretty much regulation order for the front runners. Check them as they go this time through chicane. Onto the straight, Tommy Hall, Neil Cragg right in his wheel tracks, 0.3 of a second the gap up front. Ben Smith 0.7 further back there in third, then comes Lee Martin. So top 4. All just starting to break away a little bit. Ben Smith looking for a move on Neil Cragg, but thinks better of it because he's got to watch his mirrors because Lee Martin, winner of leg number 1, right in there in the mix with these guys. Ben Smith up on 2 wheels. Lee Martin just catches him, but they get away with it. No harm, no foul there at the sharp end. So it's Tommy Hall, Neil Cragg, 0.7 of a second, the lead for Tommy Hall. Then comes Ben Smith, Lee Martin. Luke Colesworth and Charlie Saunders now, top 6 going with them. Tommy Hall's getting a bit of a break on this one, absolutely fully on it. Neil Cragg just catching the pipe. Ben Smith and Lee Martin giving the pressure to Neil Cragg. Meanwhile, up front, Tommy Hall's extended that lead to 1.5 seconds. New hot lap of the race for Tommy Hall, 23.5. 0.8 quicker than anyone else on track last time through. Ben Smith piling on the pressure to Neil Cragg. Over the tabletop they come. Smith wants to put the pressure on Neil Cragg, but he's got to watch it because Lee Martin got a very fast race car underneath him there as well in 4th position. So these guys all pushing themselves along. They've took 0.5 second out of the lead of Tommy Hall last time through. Smith pushing Cragg, just gets on the pipe but gets away with it. Lee Martin still right in there. Neil Cragg being pushed along by Ben Smith and Lee Martin. They're closing in on Tommy Hall. Down the straight goes Tommy, 23.4, 23.6 and 7 for the rest of the guys chasing him. So the gap is just over a second. And Smith's had a mistake. Marshall can't get to him. So it's Lee Martin up to the 3 spot now. Remember, podium positions and the win is up for grabs today. Nobody knows what's going to happen as yet. We're all about to find out in the next 2.5 minutes. Down the straight goes Tommy Hall. Extends the lead to 1.4 seconds now over Neil Cragg. Lee Martin has a big tumble off the jump. Gets back into 3rd position, but it's a huge break now for Tommy Hall and Neil Cragg up front. If Tommy takes this, he's going to take 2 leg wins and take the victory. If Neil takes it, No idea where we're at. It's going to be 3 different winners once again. We'll let the computer work it all out. Neil Craig takes a 10th out of Tommy that time through. It's a 1.3 second lead. Tommy Hawley's over. Neil Craig through now to the lead. Wow, Neil Craig. Could he make it 3 different winners just like we had yesterday? It's so competitive at these nationals. Brilliant to see. Do not write off Lee Martin. He's not too far behind. One leg number 1. So, Tommy Hall is 1 second behind Neil Craig now. And it's a 2-second gap back to Lee Martin. Then comes Luke Holdsworth in the 4. Charlie Saunders in 5. All our focus goes to the front of this one. Neil Craig coming past race control over the tabletop. Through the chicane he goes. Tommy all right with him, not too far behind. Tommy all really pushing on. 23.4 for Craig, 23.5 for Tommy. So it's a 1.1 second lead for Neil Craig with 45 seconds to go. Lee Martin just dropped off a little bit from these two. Tommy Hall chasing down Neil Craig. Neil been in this position many times before, but it's a real tough track here. They're both going at it, giving it everything. It's still 23.6 for both of them last time through, so the gap maintains this lap, and one more lap going to be for the leaders. 20 seconds remaining. Here comes Craig. Tommy Hall absolutely closing in, as you can see. Down the straight they go to start the final lap now. Oh, Craig's over. Gets away with it side by side. Who's going to into the corner? Tommy Hall tried around the outside. Neil Craig hold his line. Referee will make the call on that, not me, but as we see it on the track, Neil Craig over the tabletop. Going to bring it round. Tommy Hall there in the 2. Luke Holdsworth is up to the 3. But Neil Craig gone across the line and taking the win in leg number 3 on the computer. Tommy Hall second. Charlie Saunders is your top 3 from leg number 3. What a race.
Isaac McFadden.
We have not got a clue who is where. We will check the computer, check the result, and see if the result
Thomas
stands.
Phipps, can we have you over to the commentators'
We
corner,
will
please?
announce information as we get it. What a race, what a finish to the weekend.
Another drama-filled A final in 4-wheel drive. I suspect that's the win for Tommy. It'll be a double win for Tommy. I believe Tommy had the faster time going to the last leg. He's a first and second. Lee Martin has a first and second. Neil Craig did not have a second to go with his first. So you should be seeing the results now. And we'll have photos up of the prize giving very shortly. That is Herts done and dusted. Round 1 done and dusted.
Result as far as we are told. So well done, Neil Craig taking victory in leg number 3 ahead of Tommy Hall and Charlie Saunders.
Join us next time. Thanks for watching.